Well, there's a new restaurant in North Yarmouth exploring Mediterranean cuisine while bringing comfort food to customers. It's called Vesta, named after the Roman goddess of hearth, home, and family.
They are focused on local ingredients, from scratch doughs, and they just had their grand opening. Here to tell us more, the co-owners, Christina and Kristen Mixter. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Thank you.
So exciting. And you both have a background in the restaurant industry. Can you talk about sort of your journey to opening Vesta and your background?
That's right. Yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We've been in the restaurant scene in Portland for about 8 years since we moved here. And yeah, I've been doing it. I was a teenager when I first started washing dishes and doing prep, and then moved to the front of house and did that my entire adult life. So that's kind of my journey to this point.
Yeah, we've traveled to Italy together, and we fell in love with the food. And then I started to mess around with doughs and sourdoughs, and it became a passion of mine. And being in the restaurant industry for most of our lives, we just decided it was time for us to put all this passion to the test.
That's right.
All right, the passion's all over menus. So talk about some of your menu items and what you guys are featuring.
So the concept kind of came together from two different spots. We obviously have the passion for the Italian stuff, particularly around Rome. Our Chef Ramsay, that is his name, believe it or not. He has family roots in Lebanon, so he brings passion for the Eastern Mediterranean. So we decided, why box ourselves into one or the other, kind of have fun with whatever we feel like doing. So we have pasta that's made from scratch, all of it. We have a lot of really fun Eastern Mediterranean dishes, like kibbeh laban, and shawarma and falafel. Really comforting food. And then of course all the breads. So breads for our sandwiches, our pizza dough is all made from scratch by Kristen. So.
Yeah, yeah, we're doing Roman style pizza. So the dough is a little bit more of the focus. You want kind of like a nice fluffy rise with a really crispy crunch and kind of an oblong pizza. Simple ingredients, you know, pepperoni, margarita, and then we do some fun seasonal ones as well.
Oh, you can't go wrong with any of that. Tell us about your location and the space and why you were drawn to it.
We knew that we wanted to open up a true neighborhood restaurant. It's something that speaks to both of us. We live in New Gloucester, so we felt that there's some great places in the surrounding towns, but we felt there could be more. There's just something about connecting with guests, connecting with the community around us, getting some regulars and really making friends, and just again being kind of the nerve center of that town and some of the surrounding towns like Cumberland and Yarmouth, Pownell, New Gloucester, where we live. That's really what we knew we wanted to do that. So
how do you get the people from the bigger metropolitan area, like Portland, South Portland, Cape Elizabeth, Westbrook, all to come out to North Yarmouth?
Yeah, I mean it's a 20-minute drive or so, pretty straight shot. We also, having been working in Portland ourselves, have made so many connections with wonderful people, and we've already seen so many friendly faces who we know who live and work in Portland, and hopefully they will help and spread the word. And we also have parking.
Yes, parking is great. We all guaranteed. And you have a lot of options there too, like with outdoor seating. It's also very cozy inside, and you have the barn as well, which I'm sure you plan to be using as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And how did the grand opening go? Let's talk about that.
It went really well.
So good.
Yeah, we did a friends and family event on Thursday where we ironed out a lot of wrinkles and kind of learned the space. The team really put their head down and just performed incredibly well. I cannot stress how thrilled we are with the people that we hired, and I hope they're hearing that right now. They are wonderful. But then when we rolled into Friday, it was like a switch got flipped and everything just went better than we could have hoped for. So we were really thrilled about it.
Yeah, I think all of our time spent in the industry and practicing and prepping it really delivered for us. We couldn't have asked for a better opening. It's so great.
It still humbles you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how much experience you have, it's like, oh, are we good at this?
Not everyone's built for this. Right? That's for sure.
Now you had your grand opening. Now it's time to keep people coming out and everything. So you guys are offering a lot more than just going out to dinner. I mean, like cooking classes too and some live music?
So yeah, we have the event barn, which is part of the property. We can obviously host folks for their parties, whatever they want to come to us. retirement parties, birthdays, what have you. But we do plan to put on our own events, whether it's live music. We were talking about doing a pasta making class in there. You know, stuff like that. Trivia. The trivia at the previous restaurant was very popular, so we'd love to talk to those folks and get them going again as well. So
yeah, offering community gathering events basically.
And can you talk a little more just about the focus on those fresh ingredients, you know, and obviously living in New Gloucester, you're close to like Pineland Farms and things like that. Where are you kind of finding some of those ingredients, or where do you plan to find them?
Well, Chef's been talking to some local farms, and we're getting those relationships kind of started. So I'm a huge fan of Demary Acres and Gray, and I've spoken with her about potentially securing some beef from her. And again, Ramsey, if he were here with us, he'd probably be able to speak better to some of the relationships that he has begun to form. But that is definitely something that we want to lean into.
Awesome.
So. We do have Chef Ramsey, by the way, here with us.
There you go.
He's going to be cooking up something delicious. It
smells
good
so
too.
good.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Hey, what's going to set you guys apart, makes you guys unique?
Well, for one, I think we are so focused on everything from scratch. And I think that our focus on a really welcoming atmosphere to the community is going to be something that hopefully that area is wanting and can get us, you know, a step above.
That's right.
I agree. And, you know, Italian, you probably have a nice wine list as well. And we saw some photos of your cocktails, too.
That's right. That's right. We are doing, most of my career has been behind the bar. I have been a bartender, bar manager, so creating cocktails comes pretty naturally to me. My intention with the cocktails, which are all on draft, by the way, we have 20 draft lines, so it lent itself to some fun, you know, pull the cocktails right out of the draft. But I'm trying to create something that is pairing well with the food, but is also very approachable. You're not going to find anything that is too unfamiliar, but also, you know, mixing in some fun flavors that you find on our menu as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for more information now, especially so people can take a look at your menu and some of the images, I mean, with your barn and everything else like that, what's the website?
So the website is vestamaine.com. We also have our Facebook and Instagram profiles up as well.
Awesome. And what are your hours to start?
We are going to be doing Wednesday through Sunday from noon to 9. We will, this week, our lunch starts actually, and we'll be doing a lunch menu up till 4, and then a dinner menu from 4 to 9.
Perfect. All right, I can't wait to come by. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Really.
And I'm
Can't
excited.
wait to taste it.
Oh,
yeah.
Meal, cook it up. All right.
Welcome back. We are in the Arc Maine kitchen with co-owner and chef Ramsey Fahori from Vesta. Chef, thank you so much for being
thank you guys.
here.
Appreciate it.
It smells amazing. We've been talking about it.
Yep.
What are we whipping up today?
Today we are going to be cooking bucatini alla matriciana. It starts with guanciale, which we have already rendering in this pan. The fat that's rendered from the guanciale is essential to the flavor of the dish. And if you want, you can go ahead and add in the shallots.
I would love to.
All right, for people that know what the heck it is, what exactly is it?
So bucatini alla matriciana is a staple pasta dish in Rome. It became popularized in like the 19th, 20th century with the introduction of tomatoes. Before then, it was known as gricia. It got its start almost a millennia ago in the Lazio region. Shepherds used to carry around guanciale and cheese and sort of make this white dish, that white sauce for their pasta. And then tomatoes came around 1800s and changed the dish. It's got more developments since then, but essentially it's those 3 ingredients: guanciale, pecorino cheese, tomato sauce. Usually you start with like whole plum and crush them yourselves, which we do at Vesta. If you want to go ahead, you can add this pasta into this basket.
Right,
And does bucatini, that's a little different than spaghetti, right?
Yes, it's actually a little bit thicker, and it has a hole going through the entire piece of pasta.
Yeah, now, how long do you cook the spaghetti or boil it?
So fresh pasta only usually takes about like 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds. This pasta was made yesterday, so it just needs about 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And tell us about your history as a chef, and you know, how long have you been in this area?
Well, I was born in Portland, and I got my start in the Portland kitchens early 2000, 13, I started at Nosh Kitchen
Oh,
Bar.
great.
I've worked in several other restaurants. I worked at Roma, Bram Hall, and most recently I was at Crispy Guy for 4 years, the Thai chicken spot in Portland on Exchange Street.
So a lot of experience.
Yes, a
coming
lot of
into this role.
experience.
Yes.
And you got the perfect name for it, Chef Ramsay.
Yes, yes.
I know.
It's my first name. People just find it easier to go with that over my last, and it's got a nice ring to
Yeah.
it. So what I've just added now is
Yep.
chili flake. Matriciana is a spicier dish, and you can add more or less depending on
Nice.
your flavor profile. So we're
Yeah,
just going to
whatever
let
you can
that.
handle.
We're going to let that sizzle for a little bit longer. Excuse my reach.
Sure. That looks amazing. How much fun was it putting together this menu for Vesta?
It was a lot of fun, you know. I had a lot of help from my two partners, which you guys just spoke to. They had that Italian influence, and I love Italian food. It being Mediterranean, it plays very similar to Lebanese food. And having a showcase for my food and my expertise has been a blessing. for
Yeah,
sure.
how much fun is it to cook this kind of food? Is this? I mean, you've been a chef for a while.
Right.
Yes.
How does this compare to the other places you've been?
It's very minimal ingredients, a lot of flavor, and it's a lot of fun. You know, you can have some flair on saute station. We also have fry and grill, so we're doing burgers, we're doing fries.
Oh, great.
We have a kids menu. I'm a real big fan of our burger. You know, my heart is diner food.
Right. It's actually really nice to have, versatility, right?
Yes.
Something for everybody.
Well, you
pretty
mentioned
much.
comfort food. Well,
I
diner food is
know.
comfort food.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, it is.
definitely. All right, what do
So
we got here?
right now I'm going to deglaze with white wine.
Oh.
And you want to go off the heat
Okay.
to avoid splatter.
And, we were talking about the focus on local ingredients. How important is that for you?
It's very important. It being this time of year, just being able to reach out to people and build those connections has been great. Actually hired a local worker. He works at Springbrook Farm. I've talked to Winter Hill Farm. Really excited to get some of those local fresh ingredients because it'll just elevate the dishes more.
Yeah, speaking of elevating, I mean, just adding
Yes.
that wine in there
Oh,
just
yeah.
added that.
Yes.
Man.
And the color looks
Yes.
amazing of the shallots and everything, too.
Yes, absolutely. And once this wine evaporates a little bit, it'll get a little bit more opaque.
Okay.
And that's when we're going to add in our tomato sauce.
So how long do you cook this for, and on what, high, medium, or what?
High heat. You want your pans hot. It really comes together very fast, especially with the pasta being fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now
Those
we're going to
tomatoes
go.
look great, yes.
Yeah, they do. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our tomato sauce.
And like you said, very simple, but when you have the quality ingredients, you can taste the difference.
Yes. I'm going to turn that heat up and let that come together.
Was this, growing up as a child, was this your dream job to be a chef?
Oh yes, always.
Wow.
Food always came easy to me. I always enjoyed helping my relatives cook in the kitchen, whether it was my father, my mother, my grandmothers. They all are talented in the kitchen.
Do you remember the first thing you ever cooked?
Eggs?
There you go.
Eggs, pancakes.
Eggs can be tough to get
I
right,
mean,
you
no,
know?
for sure. Yeah, first step is beating the eggs and don't make a mess.
Would you say this is your favorite item on the menu, or is it hard to choose a favorite?
It's hard to choose a favorite. I think my favorite would have to be the rigatoni. Actually,
Ooh, okay.
Its flavor is just out of this world.
When you talk about the menu, how many menu items are there? And when you're a chef back there, is it tough to keep track of all the ingredients? And I mean, does it get crazy back there?
It can get crazy, you know, but that's why you got to have a nice, solid crew of people that are willing to help. Right now, we're actually going to get some pasta water in there in this
Ooh.
pasta. And that's not enough for me. I need a little bit more.
And the pasta water helps with the sauce, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Now,
This
why
looks
is it
so
better to
good.
cook the pasta inside the pan and not put it in the dish and then pour it on top? What's the difference?
Well, it really marries the flavors together, and
Yeah.
we're not done yet. If you want to add some of that cheese
All right,
in there,
get to
Oh
work,
yeah, how
Jeff.
much? A lot?
yeah.
Oh yeah, this is for Katie.
Let's start
I
with
like a lot.
let's start
so
with half
good.
and let's see how
Okay.
that comes
There you go.
together.
All right.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
really got that flip down.
Yeah,
I
well,
would make a big mess.
I spent 4 years at Crispy Guy working on the wok station.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
That's good
and,
experience.
I mean, I would have to toss like 6 orders of fried rice at once. So
And that's why you have an apron.
yes.
Exactly.
We're gonna get a little bit more cheese in there,
Oh, yum.
and I know my flavor. I like a little bit
Yep.
of
A
salt.
little pepper too?
Oh yeah, please.
All right, let's pour
Toss
this
it in, Jeff.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, now real easy, simple.
That comes together really nicely.
Oh yeah.
You gotta plate it up, bowl it up.
Yep. Slide that out into the pan.
All right,
Oh,
tell
you
us
did a little-
again. Yeah, go ahead,
You
Jeff.
did a little twisty turny
I like
thing. What was that? Yeah,
well, it's a nice
Keep it
little-
controlled. I
Yeah.
don't need it to look absolutely perfect, but
And
I
look,
do want to not make a mess.
No sauce on the sides either.
Yes,
He's
and
a
I had
professional.
a napkin just
Oh,
in
just in
case
case
I
you didn't
needed
even
to.
need it.
Just in case I need to do a plate wipe, I'm going to set
Yeah.
that to the side there.
Perfect.
And I'm going to grate just a little bit of fresh pecorino
Oh,
romano
yeah.
on top.
Delicious. Okay, tell us
Yes.
again what the dish is called.
Bucatini alla matriciana.
I'm gonna let you.
try to spell
no,
that.
I'm not gonna, yeah, no. Okay, everybody, go check out Vesta and Chef Ramsey and the whole team. This looks delectable.
Thank
we
you.
can't wait to dig in.
Appreciate
Thank you
you.
so
Yeah,
much.
thanks.
More cheese, the better? Is that what it
I
is?
More
think
cheese, the
so,
better, yes.
Right? All
Absolutely.
right, stay with us.